Hello and welcome to week 3 of St. Joseph football. Today we are in Union. St. Joe's undefeated on the season. Joined today here by Saketh Kodori. I'm Ben Chowdhury. Saketh, this St. Joe's team is rolling through its opponents, which is a very rare sight for the football team historically at St. Joe's. Do you think they continue it here today, or do you think Union possibly gives them that first loss?
Like you said, St. Joe's is just on a tear right now, especially against the 0-2 Union team. I don't really see them slowing down today. Obviously, St. Joe's is really versatile. Has a lot of players who play across multiple positions. So we'll see how that translates to the game today, and we'll see if that momentum carries on.
St. Joe's pitch to Amari Jones. Jones is a great run to be a first time for the St. Joe's Falcons.
Yeah, and he's just one of those players who are just game changing for the Falcons. I mean, he has the ability to just, power rush for a couple yards or get up and down the field in any given play. So for Union, he's someone to watch and someone to be careful of.
Definitely. And the St. Joe's team, like I said, they're on a tear right now. Amari Jones is taking a bit of a step back. I don't think it's talent-wise, but just in how much he's being used, especially in that backfield now with Jeremy DeCaro and JoJo Huntley. Amari Jones, they look at a lot of rest in between snaps, which I think shows benefits on the field. There's going to be another pitch to Jones here. Amari Jones breaking multiple tackles and getting a nice 6-yard gain on the rush.
Yeah, and like you said, I don't really think it's Amari Jones problem, more of just a talent thing for St. Joe's. They have so many players who are so useful in that backfield, like you said. Obviously, a problem for the Falcons so far has been cramps. I mean, in the last 2 games, we have players, leaving the game multiple times, and Omari was one of them, especially the linemen. They were struggling. So we'll see if they look better tonight in better condition.
Yeah, it's something to consider. This might be the best team St. Joe's has played all year. But the weird thing is that Union hasn't even won a game this season. They're coming fresh off a 21-14 loss against Westfield last week, who St. Joe's has in week 5. They're going to travel to Westfield. But still, just you see the size on the field for Union, and you got to be a little bit worrisome for the Falcons.
Yeah, obviously this is going to be, a mosh in the line and in the trenches. That's where the battles are won and lost for the Falcons. So we'll see how that goes. But so far in the couple of plays we've seen, the Falcons O-line has done a decent job of opening up games for Omari and other players.
Yeah, the guy I'd like to highlight for that Union defense is Cordell Hinton, the junior. He has 35 tackles in 2 games. St. Joseph's leading tackler is Will Almasi. He has 16 tackles in 2 games. Hinton has over double that, along with 2 tackles for loss and 1 sack. He's in at the linebacker position. He's going to be a real threat to the St. Joe's offense, especially on the pass rushing side of things.
Yeah, and he's just a junior, so he's going to continue to get better. But so far this season, he's been on a roll just looking at the numbers.
St. Joe's been moved back a couple times now, 2 back-to-back penalties, pushing the Falcons back to just about the 37-yard line. And they're going to come out in an interesting set. We don't see this often for St. Joe's. It's going to be 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. DeGennaro takes the snap. Daniel DeGennaro, the pass is complete to Christian Agliacano. Agliacano playing for just about the first down. Looks like he's going to be a yard or 2 short.
And Agliacano is another one of those guys who are so picked up for the team. We see him being used in the D-line. We see him blocking on offense. We see him catching passes. I mean, just last week he caught an absolute bomb for DeGennaro. So he's a guy who's, a game-changing weapon for the Falcons. And another thing I just want to add, and how interestingly enough, the Falcon team plays really good under the lights, even though we don't play home under the lights. So that's something, I just find interesting.
That's something to note, too, for when St. Joe's does play under the lights at home. This pass going to be complete to JoJo Huntley. Like I was saying, St. Joe's is going to eventually play under the lights at home for homecoming. So maybe they put up this same performance then. We sure are hoping so.
That's a game, like you said, during homecoming, October 7th, and we'll then be on the broadcast up, so be sure to tune in for that.
Yeah, that's going to be a really fun night. And that first ever Friday Night Lights game for St. Joe's. I'm sure the stands are going to be packed. That should be one for the history books in Falcon sports. DeGennaro, big handoff. Next goes to Jeremy DeCaro. Jeremy DeCaro is the home run hitter for the Falcons, and he gets them the first down and a lot more. St. Joe's within the 5.
And Ben, you interviewed Jeremy DeCaro earlier this week. How do you see, him mentally before a game and how he's, preparing for the end of the week?
It seems like he's consistently locked in. It was myself and Jaden Hunter that interviewed him. But like I said, I mean, he let me know that his role in the offense is going to be more as an athlete this season. A little less in the backfield because of guys like Amari Jones and JoJo Huntley. But as we see there, he still gets the handoff. And right here, it's going to be Amari Jones getting the handoff from DeGennaro. So St. Joe is slowly but surely inching towards that end zone. And it looks like they're going to be the first ones on the board in this game. And no slowing down from the previous 2 games.
Yeah, and another thing to add is that, especially when you have 3-4 guys in the backfield just vulturing off each other's touches, chemistry has been great for the Falcons. And we haven't really seen players getting upset that, they aren't the ones being able to run those touchdowns in. So definitely a good sight to see from the Falcons and good to see that they're gelling together this year.
Yeah, it's a great team aspect here in St. Joe's. No one's too selfish. This handoff is going to go to Jeremy DeCaro, who's going to fight to the, I'm going to call it like a 4-inch line of the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, that was close. That could have gone either way.
Second and goal for St.
So
Joe's.
we're going to have a second in inches for St. Joe's.
Considering how big this D-line is for Union, they haven't really been winning that battle in the line so far, and I think that's just another testament to how great the Falcons have been this year. And yeah, they passed the eye check this year.
Yeah, and this is where guys in the trenches get to shine, is in moments like these. Daniel DeGennaro, the QB sneak. Touchdown Falcons. Daniel DeGennaro, his first rushing touchdown of his St. Joe's career.
And I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks, but he's really looked like an upgrade over Solino. And at the very worst, he looks like he's at least fitting the scheme better. So it's a great sight for the Falcons, especially considering they have another year after this one.
Yeah, and I won't lie. His first game did get a little rough. He had 3 interceptions in that first game. But then again, he's a junior. It's his first ever game for the St. Joseph Falcons varsity team, that is. And his second game, no interceptions, 2 passing touchdowns. He went off against Somerville, and I think we see that Daniel DeGennaro throughout this entire season. I think he's way past that game in New Brunswick. And he's going to be a real threat for the Falcons at that quarterback position.
And yeah, Tyler Houston just knocked in that PAT. One of the stories of the game last week was, the kicking troubles for the Falcons. But, it's good to see he's out of his mind and, great start to the day.
St. Joe is going to get set for the kickoff here. 7-0 the Falcons lead with 4.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Like I said before, St. Joe's coming off a win against Somerville. 31-15 was the score in Somerville.
And I said this last week, but the Falcons have really been sending a message throughout the GMC, telling them that they are the big dogs in the conference this year. And it might be true. I mean, I don't think I've seen a Falcons team this dominant in my St. Joe's career yet.
No, neither have I. And officially, too, Max Preps ranked St. Joe's in the top 50 of their New Jersey rankings. So officially, this is the best team St. Joe's has ever had. On the return here for Union. Union on the return. Tyler Cusack gets in the way, but it's not enough. Still on the way. And finally, we got a dog pile, and that'll stop the return at the St. Joe's 40-yard line. Hobart Evenham on the return there for Union. And Union has great field position now for their offense.
And Eberton has been, one of the solid receivers and the wide receivers. He only has 3 catches, but 2 of them are for touchdowns. So he's a weapon in the red zone, and the Falcons have to look out for him. I think what the Falcons need to do is just continue what they've been doing and getting to the quarterback quick enough. I mean, that's a line led by Dan Bellavia, and that line has just looked great. I mean, they look like they're having fun.
Yeah, it's good. I was able to talk with Dan Bellavia. We're going to have a handoff for Union. It's a good gain of about 6 or 7 there. I was able to talk with Dan Bellavia, and he told me that he is the leading sack leader right now. He told me that his goal for the season was to reach that 10-sack goal. He told me that his favorite pass rush move was that rip, and that's what he used on both of his sacks this year. So Dan Bellavia not only has been great on the field, but he's also been an incredible leader for this Falcons defense, and it's really showing in their record and how the defense has been able to shut down the past 2 teams.
Yeah, and then just to add on to your point, Dan is one of those guys who just feeds off of crowd noise. He's been one of the advocates for St. Joe's to start busing fans to games. So he obviously knows how well he plays with people watching him and the eyes on him. So.
Definitely. It's going to be Omar Abraham on the handoff there from O'Malley King. 3rd and 2 now for Union on the St. Joe's 32-yard line. It's an interesting situation here, Saket, because in high school, I don't think there's many kickers that can make a 57-yard field goal right now. So is this a 2-down territory right now?
Definitely possible, but I don't really see Union taking a risk like that, especially so early in the game. But it's not unwarranted, and it's not something that I'd be too surprised to see.
Handoff is stuffed at the line.
Goes to a first down.
It looks like that's number 90 there.
It's going to be no first down for Union, and they're going to stay out there. Malik King is going to head off just to get the play.
Inside of the 30.
Yeah, and just looking at the numbers, King hasn't really been great so far, but just looking at him, he looks like he has the frame of someone who really has a lot of potential.
And especially when he's able to get outside the pocket. He's got 3 rushes for 28 yards in the season. So he's really a threat all over the place. And he's going to need to do some magic right here unless they just hand the ball off on this 4th and inches. And they're going to have some real magic here. The handoff for Union. 30 yards. Rushing touchdown for Union. Todd Francis on the carry.
Yeah, and that was just one of those battles that was won on the offensive line right there.
Todd Francis in just 2 games with 188 rushing yards for Union. That's 8 yards per carry on the season. And just like that, we're going to have a tie ball game here in Union today.
And that's what we've seen even last week with Somerville, getting an early touchdown on the Falcons, using this turns into a shootout, or just one of those games where it shuts down quickly for the other team.
I think it really does like a shootout. It's the game. We're in the 20s and possibly even 30s at the end of it. The St. Joe's defense has been a force to be reckoned with, but I think this Union offense is so electric that both these offenses are going to be going at it to that final whistle. So Union now with Ramsey LaFond on the kickoff. LaFond is now 3 for 4 on extra points on the year.
I wouldn't really be surprised if we see JoJo Huntley on the return or Jeremy DeCaro. They've kind of been interchangeable. Some games or some possessions, JoJo Huntley looks like the guy, and others, Jeremy DeCaro looks like he's taking over and he's fire. So.
And then of course you still have that bell cow back in Amari Jones. And all 3 of those guys are lined up in the backfield. One of them finally get it. And it will be Amari Jones. Jones on the return. Amari Jones pushing the sideline. And it's a solid return to about the 34-yard line. So out comes Daniel DiGennaro. Had a great drive just a few minutes ago. Not too many passes. A lot of rushing going on. But Saket, you and I both know that DiGennaro has the arm to get those giant home run plays for the Falcons, and we might just see that first one here today.
Yeah, and he slings those, and he slings them with accuracy. I mean, you saw him hitting Maglicano right in the chest last week. So he's a guy that he can turn it on and off on any given time. You see him running play action a lot with that,
And off here to
Great
Caro. And he is swallowed up immediately. That's Silton Robinson Jr. on the tackle for loss there for Union. Robinson Jr. leads the team in sacks with 2, just like Dan Bellavides. He also has 2 tackles for loss and 10 tackles for the year. So a rough start to the drive here for the Falcons. It's going to be 2nd and 11, and it looks like Jeremy DeCaro is down on the field. So we'll take a short break and be back in a couple minutes. So we are back after the injury timeout for the Falcons. It's going to be a handoff right away to Amari Jones. And Keth, you hope it's nothing serious for Jeremy DeCaro, that he has been an X-factor player for St. Joe's these past 2 weeks.
It looks like he's walking back on the field now, so a great sign for the Falcons. But you gotta wonder if those, they gotta do something about those cramps and then prepare differently, something like that, because it's really been catching up to them.
And it's really not like it's a high school wide thing. The other teams we've been playing, they maybe have 1 or 2 a game. St. Joe's has got 6 or 7 cramps a game. DeGennaro backing up to throw. Jeremy DeCaro, the catch by DeCaro. Jeremy DeCaro on the 35-yard grab from DeGennaro. What a beautiful ball.
And that just shows you how talented that guy is. He was able to get up there and grab that pass, and you can see just how the game changes when he's on the field. I mean, if you're talking about Jerry Graham, you can't tell by a play like that.
And it really seems like DeGennaro has a special connection with the other juniors on the team, like Christian Maglicano, like Jeremy DeCaro. Those seem to be his 2 favorite targets when he does drop back to pass. Obviously, like we've mentioned multiple times already tonight, Maglicano had an incredible catch right there in DeCaro on the 35